Sonic's Green Hills Adventures Season 1 Chapter 26, Returning to Green Hills. Shadow's point of view.
I woke up to the sound of Dad waking us up.
Alright guys, it's time to head to the airport. Grab your bags and let's go.
Dad said happily, and we instantly got up and ready for the long day ahead of us.
Oh boy, this is gonna be fun now that you two are gonna be on the plane with us.
Crystal said as we headed out the door.
I'm sure it will be more exciting and less boring.
Sonic replied happily.
By the way, you two, to make your first time more fun, Tom got you the window seats.
Mom added enthusiastically.
Really, that's amazing.
Sonic said as his tail wagged. Then we walked out the front door of the hotel only to see a fancy limousine. The window rolled down to reveal it was the president.
Hey guys, I'm going to give you a ride to the airport, so come on in.
The president said as the doors were opened for us.
This is awesome. Thank you, Mr. President.
Sonic said as we got inside.
No problem, Sonic. I've so wanted a chance to wish you bon voyage.
The president told us as the limo drove towards the airport. Thanks, Mr. President. It was a pleasure to meet you, I said politely.
The pleasure was all mine.
The president said in return.
Well guys, Wade is going to pick us up from the airport and then...
Dad told us as we arrived at the airport.
Well, good, you guys have a safe trip.
The president said as we got out of the limo.
Thanks, goodbye, Mr. President.
Sonic said right before the limo drove off. So who's Wade? I asked curiously.
Wade also works at the sheriff's station.
Dad explained casually. Then we checked in our bags and went through security. The whole time, everyone was staring at us in wonder.
I should have expected that they need to get used to us like this, huh?
Sonic asked sheepishly. You and me both, bro, I said in agreement.
Well then, this is going to be an interesting flight.
Sonic said as we finished security checks.
Well, let's grab snacks for the long flight.
Mom stated as we went into a little shop that sold snacks. So how long is the flight exactly? I asked curiously.
It's 5 hours and 50 minutes.
Dad replied seriously. That's insane, I said as I looked for snacks. Finally we made it to the gate.
Man, I can't wait until we're in Green Hills. I miss doing my morning runs.
Sonic said dreamily as we waited.
Yours too. Speaking of which, we better let our parents know that we'll be home soon.
Marina said in realization as she pulled out her phone.
Good thinking, Marino.
Crystal said as she took out hers. After a few minutes of them calling their parents, we were able to get on the plane. I saw that two rows faced each other like in a nice diner.
Oh, sweet. We'll be able to face each other.
Sonic said as he took the window seat facing the front, while I took the one facing Sonic. That's very convenient. So what else do you plan on showing me once we get there? I asked curiously.
Oh, just an entire tour of the town.
Sonic said like it was the most obvious thing in the world. Well, I walked right into that one, huh? I asked sheepishly.
Yep, you did.
Sonic said as he rolled his eyes playfully. Then the plane took off.
Sonic, Shadow, check out the view. This is what makes the window seat so cool.
Crystal told us agarely. Me. And Sonic looked out the window. This is incredible, I said in astonishment.
Well, everything looks so tiny down there.
Sonic said with a smile on his muzzle.
Just wait till the takeoff section is over. It's absolutely stunning.
Jessica informed us dreamily. We'll take your word for it, I said as we leaned back onto our seats.
Sonic's point of view.
Finally, we landed, and thank goodness for it. I couldn't bear sitting still much longer. We're here, Shadow, and I can't wait to see everyone's face when they see you. I bet it will be priceless, am I right, bro? I asked as we went to the luggage area.
I have no doubt about that. I still can't believe this is really happening.
Shadow replied happily. Honestly didn't expect gaining a big brother out of this, let alone another anthropomorphic hedgehog, and yet here we are. I said as we grabbed our luggage.
Well, come on, Wade texted me and he's waiting by the entrance.
Donut Dad said as he headed in that direction, so we quickly caught up to him. Finally, Wade came into view and he had a shocked look on his face. Hey, Wade, long time no see. Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost, I asked as I tried to sip my laughter.
Oh, sorry, Sonic, it's great to see you, but who is that?
Wade asked shackly.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. Sonic, help me escape gun headquarters with himself.
Shadow replied casually. Also, he's going to be my new big brother. We just need to take care of the papers to make it official. I added enthusiastically.
Well, did not see that coming. Well, it's nice to meet you, Shadow.
Wade said as he recovered quickly from his shock, and we followed him to the parking lot. 20 minutes later, we passed the Welcome to Green Hills sign. Well, show welcome to Green Hills, I said as we entered the town.
Ooh, Sonic, it's beautiful.
Shadow said as a tear escaped his eye. This made me smile to see him full of joy like that. But wait till you see the house, I said as I knew we were almost there.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Shadow said as we hugged happily. Finally, we arrived at the house. Hey, Donut Dad, can me and Shadow go out so I can show him around? I asked hopefully in anticipation.
Sure, go ahead. We'll meet you in there.
Donut Dad replied lovingly. Yes, come on, Shadow, follow me, I said excitedly as we ran inside. Okay, I missed you too, and I'm all right. Calm down, boy. Hi, I said as Ozzy greeted me the most intensely I've ever seen him do it. Well, show me to Ozzy. Ozzy, this is Shadow. He's a new member of the family. I said once Ozzy calmed down but was still wagging his tail. Ozzy then walked over to Shadow.
Hello, Ozzy, it's nice to meet you.
Shadow said happily. Then Ozzy started licking Shadow lovingly.
I'm glad you like me too, Ozzy.
Shadow said as Ozzy did this. Okay, Ozzy, you can calm down now. Ozzy obeyed and walked over to me. Good boy, Ozzy. Now follow me to my room, Shadow, I said excitedly. Then I momentum and jumped and opened the attic ladder. Just wait till you see it, I said as he followed me up the ladder. So what do you think, bro? I asked as he looked around the room.
Well, this is amazing.
Shadow said in complete awe. Why, thank you, bro. I feel so good to be back home, I said as I lay down on my race car bed that I missed dearly.
It feels good to have a home to come back to now.
Shadow said as he sat on the beanbag chair in content. Then I looked over at Coco's tank. Oh, Shadow, come over here. This is my little earth hedgehog friend, Coco, I said as I went to her tank and allowed her to walk onto my hand.
Aw, she's so cute.
Shadow said as he walked over to me. Yeah, and she's very sweet. I missed you, Coco. I would like you to meet Shadow. He's going to be my big brother, I said as I allowed her to sniff Shadow. Then she climbed onto Shadow's hand. Oh, she likes you, Shadow, I said excitedly as I used my speed to take a picture of the beautiful moment. Then Coco came back on my hand and I allowed her to walk into her tank. Thanks, Coco, for welcoming Shadow, I said sweetly before turning back to Shadow. Well, we better get back to the others. It's almost dinner time, I said excitedly as Shadow followed me downstairs. Then we saw Pretzel Mom already in the kitchen cooking. Hey, Pretzel Mom, I just got Shadow acquainted with Ozzy and Coco. They were being very sweet, I explained confidently as we walked over to her.
Hey, Buzz, that's great. Now is for dinner. Tonight, it's a special surprise for not only welcoming Sonic home, but you to Shadow as a new member of the family.
Pretzel Mum told us, and then she scratched us behind the ears. Hey, thanks, Pretzel Mum, you're the best, I said lovingly as I left her to continue cooking.
You mom, you rule.
Shadow said as he followed me outside. Shadow, you ready for that race? I asked as we entered the forest behind our house.
Oh, it's on.
Shadow said as we got in our running starting positions. Ready, set, go, I said and let Shadow have a head start so I could see just how fast he was. Shadow suddenly dashed off really fast, so I ran to catch up with him. Well, Shadow, you really are fast. How are you doing that exactly? I said curiously as we were at neck and neck in the race.
You see my shows. They're rocket shows.
Shadow explained confidently as I indeed the rockets on the bottom of his shoes just like roller skates. Oh, that's amazing, Shadow. I said happily knowing I finally had a running buddy in the end of the race. I won just barely. Oh, yeah, that was awesome. So what do you think of the running space of Green Hills so far? I asked curiously.
It's perfect, but we better get back. I have a hunch that dinner will be ready by the time we get back.
Shadow replied enthusiastically. Right, let's go, I said as we dashed off towards our house.
When they entered the house, they were hit with the immediate smell of dinner being put on the dining table.
Whatever you cooked, Mom. It smells amazing. So what is it?
Shadow asked as everyone sat down.
This recipe is called sausage pizza pasta skillet. I hope you boys enjoy it.
Ooh, this is so delicious, Mom, thanks.
Shadow said happily. Shadow.
No kidding, Shadow. Pretzel Mum, you did it again?
Sonic said in agreement.
So, Betty, how should we set up Shadow's sleeping arrangements for tonight at least?
Tom asked cautiously.
Oh, how about you two share the room and we'll find a bed for Shadow tomorrow?
Maddie suggested reassuringly.
Yes, we get to be roommates, bro.
Sonic said happily as his tail wagged.
That's an awesome idea, Mom.
Shadow said in agreement. Then the two hedgehogs yawned tiredly.
Oh, you boys had a long day. Let's get you two to bed.
Maddie, as she picked up Sonic and Tom picked up Shad.
Maddie as she picked up Sonic, and Tom picked up Shadow.
Don't it, Dad, you can let Shadow sleep in my bed. I'll sleep on my beanbag chair. I used it as a bed many times, so I'll still be able to sleep comfortably.
Sonic asked tiredly.
That's all sweet, Sonic. A sure thing, buddy.
Tom said as he put Shadow in the race car bed. Then Maddie put Sonic on the beanbag chair.
Good night, Sonic and Shadow. We love you.
Maddie said sweetly.
Good night, we love you too.
Sonic and Shadow said in return as they fell asleep for their first night as brothers.